Oop. Alright, what are we doing now? Oh, and we're live. Alright, how convenient. Where did I put the stupid thingy? Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah. Alrighty. So we're back, and we can get back to the task at hand here, which is the Checkmate Coronavirus Blitz Arena today. Pretty pumped. There's a couple of titled players rocking it today, so I'm hoping that maybe I could bump into one of them sooner or later. Alright. Yeah, as you guys can see, there should be a FIDE master playing in the current top game. Alright, we're in. Nemzo. Okay, this is good. I need to review my Nemzo theory. I remember in this situation you're supposed to take on c3. So I'm going to take on c3. Alright, we're down a pawn, but it's not the biggest deal in the world since we can go straight after the pawns. I really like to be in these types of situations where I can target double isolated c-pawns. Because this pawn is weak and I can attack it with a lot of pieces. And bring the knight d5, bring the bishop to c6. Knight e5 trades the knights off. Yep, and now bishop to c6. Bishop on that nice long diagonal. And now we can double up on the nice open d file, and our bishop nicely defends the pawn. Okay, this is just a temporary threat, but I'm trying to make you... Yep, so I forced a light square concession, and now I'm coming back. Now the plan is rook here, and then going after the f-pawn. And my pieces are much more active. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for you to capture on c6. Because if I were to capture on g2, you would have potential c6 pushes, and it could potentially be annoying. Okay, I think we'd actually like to keep the bishops on the board now. Yeah, but how am I going to defend the b pawn? Oh, I don't need to defend the b pawn. The problem is this is potentially a mating attack, as now the bishop is hit and I'm threatening 2 mates. Yep, so you step out of the mate by allowing yourself rook c1, but I just gobble the bishop. Alright, now we'll just walk the king over to this pawn. And his king is cut off on the back, and this is going to be GG's. Alright, GG's, my friends. Okay, so we get this Alpine Sicilian, and if you get the Alpine Sicilian, my favorite idea is to just play d5 as soon as possible, because when I've delayed d5, d4, and e5 has happened, and it's resembled a French structure, which I particularly don't like. Well, not that there's anything wrong with the French, I just don't play the French, and I don't really like the French because you get so cramped. Alright, I gotta be careful to not fall for tactics here. Especially tactics that I should be aware of, but I think I've reached this position before. And I just fell for bishop f4 again. Because now I have to move the queen again. It would have been better if I just moved the queen straight away to b6, but now I lost a tempo on the route c7, b6. Okay, so that defends the pawn. Alright, and to anyone watching in the chat, I just want to say hello, good day. I don't know where you are in the world, but wherever you are, good day. And let's play some chess. If you are interested in playing me directly, you can send me a challenge on leechess.org to the same name that you see streaming, HSB. Or if you want to join the Checkmate coronavirus arena, you can also do that. You just have to be in the team Checkmate coronavirus on Leechess. Can I grab the pawn? pawn, knight c6. Takes. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I guess it was not. Okay, let's right the ship here. This knight is rather trapped, it seems. Knight has nowhere to go. So let's attack the thing. Oh, that's clever because now the queen defends. Okay. Alright, so I'm done the exchange and I need to start picking up material. Alright, I'm going to be bold and grab the pawn. Queen takes f7, knight f6. And I don't get mated, I think. Alright, that needs to get covered. Oh shoot, you can just go queen f8. There. Wait, no, but then I met you on the back with queen a1. Or queen to d1. Alright, so g3. So fixes that problem. So now h6, because I need my knight to cover e8. Okay, I need to move the knight to protect the g7, but where? I feel like I'm still getting mated. Yeah, I am getting mated. Yep. Alright, GG. What time is it? Okay, it's just 7:35. Thinking that in a little bit we might do some puzzle survival. Okay, wake up. 94 does not work, right? Yeah. No way that it works. I think this takes c4 helped me more than it helped him. I don't get the purpose behind this knight a5 either, because I want my bishop on d3 anyway. And your move only kicks it there. I believe that I have bishop takes h7, because the knight can't recapture because it's pinned to the queen. Alright, we need more wood on the attack. Alright, and again I want to welcome anyone who may be checking. Oh, queen g6. Oh, king f7. For a half second there, I thought I had an amazing mate. Can guarantee you that'll get clipped or highlighted or something. Mate. Yeah, this is crushing. Alright. Thanks for the game, Electric Falcon. There's a GM? Wow. There's like a legitimate GM in this tournament. That's cool. Yep, I have beaten a couple titled players in my day. Alright, this looks like a weird Albin, where it first started as just like a Slav. Yeah, that was weird. You gotta be careful not to allow bishop b4 tricks. Yep, and now you're threatening bishop b4. You can play knight f3 because this hits the queen. Bishop b4, bishop takes. Queen f4 gets out of the way. Alright, we gotta be careful not to get the queen trapped here. Yeah, that would be sad if we got our queen trapped mid-board. Alright, so I guess I'll continue where I left off last game. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, and we're glad that you're here. Checking out a new channel. We do not promise to be good at chess over here at HSB, but we do promise to try. And I guess that's all that we can do. Alright, if you guys in the chat have any suggestions for me during the game, don't post them because that would be cheating. But if you have anything else to say, have at it in the chat. I'm always open to improving the stream and making it a more pleasurable experience for the viewer. Oh, I just blundered that. Oh, yep, I just blundered that because can't move the bishop. Do we castle along here? Okay, YOLO, castle along. We got a serious time deficit here, but I almost like our position for sort of an attack. Rook G1, maybe Knight H5. But anyway, his queen's under attack. And there's no check squares. Yeah, I'll put a question out there to the chat. I was thinking about doing some puzzle survival on chess.com and was just thinking about it. So you guys like the Checkmate coronavirus arenas, or would you rather me blunder my way through some puzzle survival on chess.com? Well, somehow we made up the time deficit, and you just blundered this because the rook is pinned. The rook is pinning the pawn. And even your desperation sacrifice queen takes d1 just fails to king takes, not rook takes, because then you could take queen. Rook g5, almost, I think it's forcing queen to h3. Okay, queen h6. And now we just pile up on g6 and we're about to have some fun on g6. I think first we'll need to play king to b1 and then step out of the pin, and then we'll be threatening rook takes e5. It's also nice to get the king off of the c file so that that's not pinned. Rook e6. Okay, queen f4. I'm threatening rook takes g6, which would win the queen. also have knight d4. Hopefully dislodging the rook. Okay, so queen g7 retreats. Knight d4 going for the rook. Then I actually have, oh, there's the rook. Oh, there's also mate. Okay, that's fair. Think. All right, we can't get into a scramble here. Scrambles are not fun. Oh shucks. Not good. Oh, I just wanted mate. Yep. Dang it. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm doing too much here. So I think we'll move over to some puzzle survival. Oh yes, I need to engage not this page. I have a chess.com puzzles page. Whenever it decides to pull up. Okay. Yep, sorry about this. Technicalities, guys. I had it set up so that I could stream with a buddy of mine, and we did that stream a while back, a couple weeks ago. If you missed it, I have a YouTube channel, also HSB, and let's see what we've got here. Again, thank you to the most recent followers, Gasho, Best Boost Beast, and JM Passless Pseudos. They are much appreciated. And let's go for it. If you guys see any problems with the feed, please let me know. Mate. I think it looks alright. Setup's a little bit wonky, but that can be fixed. Yep, and just for those of you who don't know, I call myself the Puzzle Patzer because that's what I feel like sometimes someone is just stumbling around. And come on, dude, why don't you work? Alright. Anyway, let's get back to the task at hand, which is puzzles. Puzzle 2. 3. 4. 5. You'll excuse me for another moment. I am unsure as to why my live viewer count is not working. I shall work on fixing that. In the meantime, 6 puzzles. 7, 8. Yeah, that looks a lot better. 9. And if you've never seen, did I not change the title? Yeah, I changed the title. Alright. Alright, the puzzles get slightly harder. Okay. So a threat is bishop takes e6 if I'm not careful and I play something like rook d8. But I do have this nice fork. Picks up the bishop. Yep, that wins the queen. Not bad, not bad. d4. Yep, just wins a piece. Oh geez, these pawns look rather scary. I have rook e1. Alright, king here, queen here is mate. Rook here, king here. We have queen here. King here. Queen there, and I think that's a perpetual. Should we really be satisfied with perpetual check here? Queen g5, king here, queen f5, king here, queen f6. Yeah, I feel like we've got a perpetual here someplace. Just need to find it. Rook e1. And just check, 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 check. And the only good check, queen h3. Yep, and that secures as a perpetual. Again, thank you to everyone who is perhaps checking out a new channel for the first time today. Alright, so this is an endgame mating sequence. We want to swing the rook to h4. So you have to go with the rook to stop mate for 1 move. So here, obviously not. That's a pawn. Pawn captures, knight captures, pawn captures, and we've picked up a piece. So we have check, check, takes queen. Yeah, this would be mate, so you have to take and then we take the queen. Yep, if that theme wasn't there, we have the theme queen takes, king takes, and you take the rook. But we're not after rooks, we're after the queen. Alright, so here's another typical mating pattern. We have these two pawns, two connected passed pawns, against a king, and we need to mate. However, we also have a knight here. And the winning method is to get the king to e6, and then push d7 mate. So we can play here. If you don't want to allow the pawn to promote, you have to go back, and then we go king e6, you promote a pawn, and then I push d7 with mate. Okay, so we have rook a1, king c2 lets us pick up the rook. So king e2, then we have queen e7, and we pick up the rook anyway. Not bad. Okay, so I'm looking out for this queen d5 idea, but since that's not possible, we have queen e4. But since there's a knight f6, we could play takes, and then we go queen e4, and then we pick up the rook on e8. Yep, and if I happen to get a puzzle wrong, please let me know what you thought was the correct solution. And we obviously have takes. Takes, bishop here. Wins on the spot, looks like. I'm kind of wary of these puzzles where it's just like picking up an exchange. Straight up, then not having to earn it. Because when you earn it, it feels more legitimate. Yep, and now we move the bishop here. Oh, we take the combo and then we take the knight. Knight f3, takes, queen e1, takes, king g2, bishop takes. It looks like I'm lagging a lot. And am I lagging a lot in the chat? Or is it just issues on my end because my computer is tricky? Alright, back to the task at hand of crushing puzzle survival. We have takes, but that doesn't really get us. Oh, we have takes here. Oh yeah, we have takes b6. And if takes, we play takes, and there's no mate. Takes, and then I can take here. And if you take, then takes. Okay, here's another good one. We play bishop takes h3, g takes f6, bishop g2, and he has to play bishop d5 and give up a piece so as not to lose the rook. Well, we're in check, so I'm assuming knight takes, bishop b5, whatever, bishop d7 takes, and then queen takes on c3. Alright, there we go. And my question to the chat today is, what is you guys' best score on Puzzle Rush? It can be 3-minute, 5-minute, or the survival. As of right now, my survival record is 43, and my 3-minute record is, I think, 26. takes, king takes 97, picks up the bishop. Alright, we're down the exchange, so we need to either mate or win the exchange. We have bishop f3, which would win the exchange back, but since we're already down 2 pawns as well, that doesn't look good. There's bishop f7, forces the king forward, and then I can play rook takes h6, which is checkmate. Okay, endgame puzzles. I don't like endgame puzzles that much because I get confused with less pawns on the board and less pieces. So we only have one legal king move here, king b3. Goes after the pawn, and then I think we just have too many pawns for the knight to wrangle right now. Alright, I feel like the b pawn is our main asset. King c2, knight d4, king c3, knight b5, king c4, and the knight gets chased too far away from the pawn to catch it. Yeah, but here you also have knight a3. No knight c4. I think I'm going to play king c2, keeping the enemy king at bay. No. If anyone in the chat could help me out with the correct solution on that guy. Yep, so obviously there's, if I take queen, this is mate. So I can play takes h4, king g1, queen takes on h6, and I avoid the mates. Okay, so it looks like rook takes pawn on f7, which looks very interesting, but I think if I just go king back to e8, I'm totally fine. Yep. Rook takes h4, because g pawn is pinned, it cannot recapture. So rook takes h4, king takes h4, queen e7, king back to h3, I pick up the rook. Or could I just go queen e7 straight up? Queen e7 straight up threatens mate. You move the king and I take the rook. Queen e7, rook g8, it doesn't do anything because king f7. Wait, king f7, rook g5? This is interesting. Queen e7, rook g8, king g7, rook g5. And I feel like that stops our mate. Alright, let's think. Rook takes h4, king takes h4, queen e7, and king h3. I actually have queen h7. That seems to be checkmate. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. We're at 30 puzzles, so Rook e6. If you go king f5, then it looks like g4 is mate. Rook e6, and if you can go not obviously that, if you go to d4, then I have c3. Takes and bishop to d4, which looks to be mate. Yeah, I feel like the correct first move has to be rook e6. Yeah, it is rook e6. And now if I simply go check, you escape this way. So you go c3, which would be mate, except you can take with the knight, but then I go bishop d2. Or bishop e3 rather. And that it looks to be mate. Nice. Yep. Okay, so what has bishop takes c5 done? Well, it's obscured the queen's coverage of the 5th rank, so that means I have knight f5. And if I have knight f5, that's probably something good. King here. So then I have queen to g8, and I'm mating you, because if you take f5, queen to g4 is mate. And on the other hand, you move to h5, then I still have queen to g4 with checkmate. If you don't have another legal move, and this looks to be mating. Nice. Oh, ooh. It looks to be winning. In rook takes c3, you have to take the rook. Bishop b4, you can't move and defend the rook, so you move back and I take what you want. Alright, so the puzzle's not over. Threatening here, so I have to move the bishop, but this is covered, so it looks like only squares b4. Takes. Alrighty, let's take a look at the position. The move that jumps out at me is h takes g6. Hits the queen. Well, with queen g3, I have knight takes here. If you have takes, I have takes. Knight takes f6, bishop takes f6. Alright, that makes 34. Right, so for this next puzzle, I just want to show the audience to what not to do. You do not do this because of that. Oh, duh, it's been. Like my title says, Puzzle Panzer Strikes Back. So, yeah, I should change that to the Puzzle Panzer Strikes Back. Queen takes here. You have the fork on the rooks. Queen e1. Just wins a mate piece. we have endgame puzzles again. Bishop e5 cuts off the rook's approach to the pawn. Yeah, this is a really, really common theme of blocking off an enemy piece. So bishop e5 looks like it wins on the spot if you can't promote. h2, king h1, rook h1, king takes h2. Problem with maybe king to g3, which you had to because I'm assuming this is with check, is now you don't have control over g3, so you don't protect h2. So when bishop e5 happens, or even rook e1, king h2, you just can't mate me. Rook g2. And now let's see, what should we not do here? We can't go king f1 because h2. And then after bishop takes h2, there is rook e2. Is there? Can I just go to f1? Or do I go to h1? Well, h1. Oh, h1, king f2. And you're just going to perpetual checkmate. Yeah, so king h1, king f2, and there's nothing I can do to avoid a perpetual check. So then king f1, h2, you're threatening h1, queen, I take on h2, and I'm threatening promotes. If you go back, I should have bishop e5. No? How in the world? Oh. Okay. We will look at that puzzle, and if chess.com is wrong, we might give them a hard time. Alright, bishop h7, king h8, bishop g6. The discovery, king g8, queen h5, lights out. It can't be that simple, can it? Bishop h7, king h8 forced, bishop g6, stopping a queen from coming over here and doing any less desperate blocks. King back h8, queen here, and we're threatening mates on both squares. And it looks like you're cooked. Bishop g6, discovered check, and now queen h5. No? Oh, I'm a dummy. Oh, I am a dummy. I know how to solve this thing. So let's play this puzzle again. You go bishop h7, bishop g6, and then you go rook h8, queen h5, and queen h7 mate. So everything is with check and it's with forcing. Alright, let's check out this puzzle right here. So we had, and they were looking for king h1. I don't get how king h1 is superior because you have king f2. So I just push the d pawn to victory here. d5. Oh, I analyzed that. Yeah, obviously the correct first move is bishop d5. And it looks like the only thing that gives you a shot is rook g2. Okay, so king f1, h2. Okay, what I missed here is takes. You can play rook takes, because I can't queen because of rook h1 mate. Okay, that was a good puzzle. Good job. Good job, chess.com. And let's check out this other puzzle that we missed. What was the solution here? King b3, check, king takes, knight takes, b3, and then we have b1 queen. No, we can't play b1 queen because we'd have to go king here to stop knight c3 forks, and we push and win. Okay. Not a bad puzzle at all. Alright, if any of the viewers would like to challenge me, you can challenge me on chess.com at sodiumattack03. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna see if I can play some blitz here. Oh, there's a Checkmate Coronavirus Arena going? Sweet. Let me just switch. Alright, and we're in a game. Okay, this guy's obviously enjoying himself. This is called the St. George's Defense. I think Anthony Miles once used it to defeat world champion Anatoly Karpov in a game, which I find rather amusing. Oh yeah, I also need to enable pre-moves. I want to maybe not trap my bishop. Yep, that was not smart, trapping the bishop like that. But this is still blitz. And I guess while I'm thinking about it, I can change stream title. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna resign. The point is, I get the skewer. Alright, let's try this again. We have a 2000 that we're playing. Alright, Rossalimo Sicilians, let's go. Earth 64 from Bangladesh. Okay, the nice country of Bangladesh. I gotta be careful here because I've played black in similar structures, and white sometimes blunders this pawn on e4. So we just play bishop d3 now if takes. Queen g4, because we hit this bishop here on b4. Oh yeah, I can't make arrows in a live game. And we also threaten to take g7. And this is looking more like a weird French structure. So what, knight takes e5, queen takes g7, forks the rook and the knight, so my pawn is tactically protected for now. Well, you have knight takes, and then you have knight takes d3 with check, but I do mess up your structure. Castles? So the point behind castling is we want to get the rook into the attack as well. The plan is just to f5 and f5 to victory. Oh, you move the knight, so the bishop covers f5. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, we just blundered a pawn, and we don't have a great structure. But we do have the bishop pair going for us. Alright, attack, 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 attack. Rook f3. I'm also trying to relieve my bishop of covering that square. Yeah, this isn't good. An exchange of queens kills my winning chances here, unfortunately. Yep, and now you invade. Okay. We need a counterplay, we need it fast. This double C pawn is a worthless pawn, but I'm also already down a pawn. That my pieces have no life. How do we activate? Activate, activate. We'll try it this way. I don't want to trade rooks, but I have nothing else to do either way, so we just bounce our king up the board most likely. Yeah, we're also out of time. H6, uh-oh, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. And I almost flagged. G5 check, king e3. I have 2.8 seconds. Okay, that's me. Alright, Grand Prix attack. Yeah, the goal from the opening is to get a playable position in the middle game, and I think that we've got just that. So I'm fairly happy with. And here we go, opposite side attacks. That way I have bishop f8 later, or rather now. Bishop a5. Why bishop a5? Because b4. Okay. c3. I'm inclined to not worry about the f pawn. Wait, do we push b3 or do we push c3? Let's just have some fun here. Have at him. YOLO b3. Again, we see another benefit of this bishop to f8. There's no mate on g7. And I am threatening b takes a2, and then followed by queening. If I take on a2, okay, so a takes b3, c takes b3. And now I'm threatening mate on c2 myself. Alright, think straight. He's starting e6. Queen takes g2. Normally I wouldn't grab this pawn, but here we gain a tempo on the rook and we defend g7. So again, to the viewers, if you're viewing me for the first time, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And Checkmate Coronavirus Arena, chess.com, and Checkmate. Not bad. Checkmate. Pawn sack, pawn sack, pawn sack. So now that we've sacrificed a pawn, we have to keep this initiative going. If you're new to chess and you don't know what the initiative is, the initiative basically means that you're pushing your opponent around the board. And that's pretty much the definition of the initiative. In the meantime, we have initiative here, knight cb5, and we just go for nasty stuff. We also have nasty stuff here on d6 as potential later. Okay, king d8. Bishop f4, and we go straight for it. Now we're threatening bishop c7, followed by knight to d6 mate. So that has to be responded to. Yep. YOLO, sack piece, sack piece, sack piece. You have e5 here, but I don't think that I would play e5. Again, now you have e5. But does it help your position? Question mark. Okay, so I'm not falling for mate in 1. Bishop g3, and now there's no e5. And I'm also threatening to take on h3. And I'm also threatening to take here. One way to defend both is to play bishop c8, but I don't like bishop c8 because it's very passive. Well, he played it. Bishop c8. Yep, the plan is to follow this up with knight d5, forcing an exchange of the knights. And then we swing the rook to the c file and try to take the second. We also have bishop takes d6 ideas. Queen h5. Okay, going after the pawn. Yep, keep this initiative going, because initiative is what we've got for the pawn. Not afraid to leave the bishop on d6. So okay, my gut is screaming there is no way that that is good. Piece, sack. Alright, do we keep it going with rook takes? And then just munch him? Or do we go more restrained, queen c7? Well, if there's queen c7, there's no way to defend the bishop. I know I'm low on time too. Only way to defend the bishop is bishop here. And then we have maybe knight f5 ideas. Attack, attack, attack. Alright. Bishop there was found. Do we sack? Sack, sack, mate? Alright, well, I'm low on time. So I need to figure this out sooner versus later. King f6. Take, and we're threatening queen f5 mate. And we're threatening queen e7. So while black is technically up the exchange, I do not like black's position here. You have to deal with the threat of mate first. Queen e7, queen e4, queen e6. Oh, I thought I just wanted e1. Okay. Okay. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, I'm losing on time. Oh, I'm losing on time. Oh, man. Man, I had the winning attack. Oh. It kind of sucks. Alright, and hey chat, after this game, I'm gonna end the stream. So if anybody in the chat has somebody that they want me to raid, I would be more than willing to raid them. Of course, if they accept raids. So, chat, please let me know who you would like me to raid after this game. I wonder why this guy is taking so long. wonder what this guy's doing. And again, everybody in the chats, which I'm looking at on a separate monitor, please let me know who you would like me to raid after this game is over. I'm not entirely sure who is live right now, but we can figure that out. So again, if you guys have your favorite streamer that you want me to raid, please do so. In the meantime, over here at Blundering Ponds Land, we have a semi-decent position. Why did I play knight b4? There's no... Was my queen just hanging on a5? By golly, it was hanging. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, the good news right now is that we're ahead on time. Bad news is there's not much else in the realm of good news. Okay, if this guy's not careful, I pick up d3. Well, what do you do here? Do you play? Yeah, I think you just play queen c5. Yeah, queen c5 played. Oh, but then I unpin. Sweet. I unpin my knight. Why did I take the knight? Don't know why I took with the knight. So if we get this knight to d5 here, but that's too slow. We need to dislodge the rook. Okay, yep, knight b4, and I'm busted. Okay. So then let's try to become less busted. We're seriously ahead on time, which is good. Rook there. Grab the bishop. A3. Ten seconds. Just easy on the throttle. Easy on the throttle here. Five seconds for my opponent. Rook back to c8. 3 seconds. 2. Opponent's at 2.6. Less than 2 seconds. Oh, that was close. Check. You have to capture the bishop. Times. All right. Yep, this is just a little trick. When your opponent is way down on time like that, you give checks, and they're more than likely to time out. All right. So let's raid somebody. Oh, Lilia is live today. I believe that she was doing puzzles earlier, so that's a nice segue from the puzzles rival we were doing earlier. So we'll raid Lila whenever my very nice setup loads. And adios. Later.